It is an honor and a privilege to announce the winner in the entrepreneurial category, Dr. Thandi Ndlovu. Bapho mama bokulilizela bo. That's more like it.
Master of Ceremonies, President of the BWA, Ozanele, my special guest, my dear husband Alex, my children and the broader family, my colleagues from Muteo Construction Group, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I shall start by thanking the BWA for the excellent organizing of this 34th anniversary of the BWA's annual event. Before getting carried away, let me thank both IBV, International Vaults and Telkom, for making the event possible through their generous donations. Without the serious competition posed by my fellow finalists, Elma and Shoneen, who are trailblazers in your own right, ladies, I would not be feeling so honored to be standing here. I acknowledge both of you. 59 years ago, I was born to parents who were both primary school teachers and grew up in the dusty streets of Soweto. I'm a child of the community. Poor as we were, we appreciated the values of Ubuntu and education. My parents put everything they had into our education. The community did the same too. So, when I passed my matric exams in 1972, the late Mrs. Marina Maponya, who was one of the leading businesswomen of our country, a recipient as well of the Businesswoman of the Year award, assisted me with funding to go to university. Back in South Africa, after 18 years of exile, and while practicing medicine in a severely disadvantaged community of orange farms, the community protected me and supported me when my bona fides were questioned as I started a construction business, being a medical doctor. So, I stand here today to celebrate our communities, the men and women who, in most instances, are forgotten and not acknowledged, but are responsible for our successes. I stand here to salute the women who played an important role in molding me, my personality, my commitment to the poor and the marginalized of our societies, which lessons have driven me to create my business. I'm a product of not just my biological mother. My mothers, who under extremely difficult conditions of exile, encouraged us to excel and to be the best we were. They taught us not to bemoan our circumstances. May Ruth Mompati, who encouraged us girls to, and I quote her, have the tightest elastic bands around your panties. May Mashope, Mam Simang, and the ever beautiful Sis Sophie Williams-Debrain, one of the 4 women who presented the petitions to Straydom in 1956. These are the stalwarts of our struggle for the rights of women whose selfless sacrifice and motherly love to our children, to the children that they did not bear themselves, left an indelible mark on my own being and continue to drive me to do the best in assisting those less fortunate than myself, especially the girl children. I thank my father, whose love for education I try to instill in all around me. I thank my handsome husband for, for taking care of me and cooking for me, ironing for me, even doing my hair when I have a meeting to go to. I thank my children. I thank my children for the encouragement that they always give me and telling me that I'm the best mother ever, especially when they need something from me. My extremely loyal and dedicated domestic helper, Sisi, and Mishak, my gardener, who are with us today, have spent They have spent many, many days and nights being mom and dad to my children. When the call of duty takes me away from home for many days, I know for sure that they will keep the home fires burning. I shall forever be grateful to the two of you. I'd like to thank my sisters. Two of them are in Ghana today, but I know they are with me in spirit, for the support that they've always given me. And to the old doppies, and they're in the room, I want to thank you because you continue to selflessly mentor our young people on our sites. Gavin, Dries, and John, you are in the room today representing all that generation. Thank you for going the extra mile. I'd like to thank the young dynamic women of Motheo. We call them the young dynamites. For you have proven to me and to the country that the fast-track programs that we put in place have the potential to deliver the goods. All the members of what we call Team Motheo, project directors, and everybody, thank you very much for the dedication. Chris, Tim in particular, you have proven to me and to the world that black and white, male and female, can, in spite of our history, work together to create a business that today feeds more than 12,000 mouths, directly and indirectly employing over 3,000 people. In conclusion, I wish to dedicate this award to someone who has made the biggest impact in my life. From our days in exile, she quietly went about her work, supporting us with food, clothing, moral support, education needs, whatever we needed and could not be provided under those circumstances. Coming back home from exile, she continued to quietly focus on practical ways to address and redress the conditions of women in the most rural and disadvantaged communities of our country. An ardent fighter for peace and justice for all. The most important lesson she taught me is how a corporate can both make profits and address the needs of the poor. She taught me how to embrace all our people, black and white, rich or poor, how not to be a prisoner of our past. When I was about to give up in the early days of my business, she spurred me on, and more importantly, her devotion to growing people and mentorship saw me go onto boards of JSE-listed companies, from which boards I learned a lot of lessons that were to be useful in my own business. I dedicate this award to you, Ozanele, Mrs. Mbeki. And I want to assure you, ma'am, that I shall continue to strive to follow in your giant footsteps as I continue to grow my business. You truly are inspirational. You are my unsung heroine. I thank you very much.